How's it going, YouTube? Quentin today with another video, and today, guys, what the bring to you is going to be the Striker video with Pure instead of Striker Mitsu. I just went undefeated at the premiere event for Blazing Dominion. It was really cool. I ended up pulling a Harmonia and quite a few others. I ended up getting like 6 packs for winning as well, and I pulled 2 secrets, let alone they were just the Vice Dragon and the Crimson King. But at the same time, you know, it was nice to go out and I got quite a few cool things and got to play Pure Striker again. Honestly, I took out the Mitsu cards, didn't miss them at all. They felt like they were the most clunky part of the deck, and then I went undefeated the first time I'm playing Pure again, which was very cool, honestly. I thought that it was a lot of fun. The deck has a lot more flexibility than playing the Mitsu cards, which can be a little bit more clunky. I'd rather play those 2 decks separate than together. You can play them together and see results, but I'd always rather play them separate, at least as of right now. Just kind of jumping into what the profile looks like. 3 Fua, 3 Ash, and then 1 and 1. The reason I play the 1 and 1 as well is because I am playing the Call By and the Crossout. And you want to have both of these in the deck just because there's so many things that can be problematic. This isn't even like that bad, but like these can be problematic more so than anything, especially under 0 when you're trying to like tag out or what have you. So these are really good today. I really like them a lot. But I am playing this, and so I was just playing 1 and 1. Also because I had the extra slot. I wanted to play the extra card in this just because I wanted the extra side out slot as well. It also just helps you not see things like rows and what have you. But this was fine. I like playing hand traps. Some people don't. They just want to play spells. But like, you kind of need these because if your board gets like lightning stormed or what have you, you want other things in hand that you can interact with. And like sometimes I just want to draw into this and then be able to have that as like another form of interaction that my opponent doesn't know about it. Because the things that you set on your board are telegraphed, right? But the things that are in your hand are pretty unknown. So having more options in your hand is always going to be something that I prefer. But moving on into the rest of the deck here, this is pretty standard. We're playing the 3-1, but what isn't standard is that I'm actually playing 1 Rose and I'm playing 2 Desires. So I want to talk about this too. I'm only playing 1 Rose. This is the worst card in the deck, and a lot of times you can get this out of the deck before you rip this, but a lot of times, like if I'm drawing 2 and my hand's already like in an interesting spot, I already have like breakers and I want like more, or I need to like engine, I'd rather just rip this and like risk losing this. It's honestly not as weird. It is weird sometimes when you can't like fully use everything, like you can't tribute your 0, you like linkage it away. But at the same time, having multiple of this is so bad. And like, this is your worst starter. Like, this is worse than Drone. And honestly, like, this is just not a card I ever want to see. Because by itself, this really doesn't do it. You have to go like MainPhaze with Shizuku, then get linkage, and then go 0, right? Which is never really that optimal. But I did run 2 of these. I think this is like the perfect number. And this is the perfect amount of ratio for the Ray and Rose main deck. Because of the fact that, like, you also don't want to see too many ways to Ray, because if you see that and not enough, like, other utility cards, you probably lose. We don't want to just lose, right? So the other ways to be able to get 2 Ray and Rose here, going to be 3, 1, and 1. Don't really have to explain that. It's pretty standard. Linkage is crazy. Very, very good card in Pure. 2 Anchor, 1 Lemnis, 1 Burner. So I played 2 Anchor. I realized after playing Mitsu Striker and only playing 1 Widow Anchor, I was like, you really don't need the 3rd. The 3rd is like really awkward. If you start seeing Anchor in like multiple in your opener, it's just one of those things where it's like, this doesn't make sense anymore, and I'd rather it be a utility card or something different. I didn't really ever need the 2nd. It was nice to have the 2nd, but I literally never needed the 3rd today, ever. 1 Lemnis, you could play 2. I play 1. I missed the 2nd one time today. You could play another one, but I never really find the need for another one. And then Burner, this is a card that no one plays anymore, but I like it a lot. It just forces so many cards. The non-targeting back row destruction is just relevant. If you ever need to like tear through a board or like something that's being really problematic, this is like the best way to do it. If I'm ever going first and I know I'm going first, I take this out. But if I know I'm going 2nd or just game 1 and I get 4th 2nd, this card's amazing. It's always really relevant for me. I know a lot of people feel differently about that, but it's really good. Playing the 3 Vision, and then for your quick plays, we're playing 3 Droplet, and then you're playing the 3 Super Poly. This is pretty standard, but this isn't. So I don't like Fallen Virtuous. I think that card is like pretty redundant as far as like what the deck can do. It is really nice for the grind game because you do get the additional sends, and I will acknowledge that the card is like pretty good itself. But I always prefer things like this. Super Poly came up for me like an ungodly amount today. Like it was just so relevant and so good all the time. I feel like you should always play Super Poly. The card is crazy, and we'll talk about my targets later and what I want to add and what I don't have right now. But Super Poly is just so good. I think that Fallen Virtuous is like good in the fact that you can get like individual outs, but like Super Poly just takes care of like the mass, right? So like you see two bodies at the board, get rid of it. And then you also have things like linkage to get rid of like your Garura or your Mud Dragon or what have you. But this card came up for me, like this probably carried me throughout most of the day, honestly. Super Poly is just such a broken card. I would not cut this card from the deck. Especially for something like Fallen and Virtuous. I don't feel like that card's as good as Super Poly. And then 3 Upstart. Pretty good, pretty good. Going Upstart Chain Linkage was probably one of my favorite things today. Just another one of those things, just a lot of free value. In the extra deck, Super Poly targets, Mud Dragon, Garura, and Triffy Verdum. I really wanted the Theseus today. I played against Cool Tune, but like, I don't know. If I can find room for it and I can like find a copy, then maybe I'll go ahead and play that. But like these were fine. These are pretty generic. This is really good though. This is 3 Dark Monsters. Definitely a really crazy card. I like this one a lot. I summoned it twice today. Just a very overall pretty nutty card for what it does. It's a walking, talking, solemn warning that clears 3 darks, which is like pretty, I would say, popular in the format to find that scenario. And I mean, it is just so good. As for the Striker links, the only card I didn't play today was Amatsu. I know a lot of people are going to be like, why didn't you play Amatsu? And like, honestly, like it came up for me one time to have it today, but it's just like not as relevant for me, I guess. Like, it's nice because like if you don't have Raingrave, it's going to be your dark target for linkage to gain the 1,000. But like, it's really not like that crazy for me ever. I just wanted to make room for like other cards, and like I play 2 Shizuku. You can always play 1, but I like 2. I like 3 Kagari and I like 3 Zero. You could cut these down to 2 if you want to, but like playing 3 and 3, especially now with Cool Tune ripping the extra deck, it makes me feel a lot more comfortable because at that point I'm able to actually like play the game and not care about the rips. Whereas like the Amatsu really doesn't make that big of a difference for me. So like if you want to play it, you can. If you don't want to play it, you literally don't have to. It's up to you. And the last card here is SP. I make this card once in a while. It's pretty good. Still a nice utility to have. Some people play like Typhon, but I think SP is always worth it. Especially if you go like SP target something, they change your SP and you like chain linkage to get rid of the SP. There's a lot of situations where even if you go like with monsters on the board, SP target something, they chain something, you chain SP, they chain another thing, and then you chain linkage. That's a really crazy feeling. You draw a lot of interruption that way. Just know that if you activate linkage, you can't summon SP anymore. Just because after linkage, you are now locked in the Striker. But this is the lineup that I have. I still play Hayate. I've seen some people try to cut this. You need it. Just gets you to Ray and Rose a lot of times when you need them. Just can also randomly come up to get the direct damage. But besides this, we have our side deck. My side deck today was interesting. I played 2 Lava, played 2 Lancia, and I played 2 Nibiru. These were mostly to just like board clear on awkward scenarios. They came up for me today quite a few times. I didn't see them against my Nat Beach situation, which was awkward. I ended up losing that game. But I did beat Nat Beast in game 1 as well because I opened Droplet, which was a really wild scenario. These cards are really relevant though. I like them a lot. I didn't use these today because I didn't play against Malice or Lunalight, but I probably would still play these moving forward. They're just really good utility options. I think that they're nice. But these are really fun. I like these cards a lot, and I probably continue playing them moving forward. And then for the rest here, 1 Hamp, again, just for Lunalight, or anything else that's relevant that's like really random and needs a tower out. Lightning Storm Duster, literally didn't see these at all today. Still keep playing them though, just because they're your generic outs, and you want to make sure that you have these around for whatever they may come up against. Now, the 5 cards that I sided all day today, going first, just extremely relevant for me. The number 1 floodgate in the game right now, D-Ground, has won me an ungodly amount of games. It is so very good. You flip this and your opponent just like forgets how to play the game because this card is literally just shifted around legs. And then Judgment and Flame. I usually like Blizzard, but I played Flame. I know I'm not playing Thrust, which is like a shocker for most striker lists, but I also didn't really feel like it was that necessary. This could have been Blizzard, but I just wanted the additional card that works kind of like Judgment. I was going to end up seeing one of these with all the draw power that I have in the deck. So like as long as I saw one of these, I probably won that game. But this hit a Branded Fusion today, and I think it hit a Lightning Storm as well today, which was pretty crazy. This card is really relevant, honestly. It's just very, very good at what it does, and it just like blanks something without negating activation, so they can't like reactivate something, which is also pretty fun. But I did go 5-0 today. Today was a good day. Played against some things like the Synchro Branded deck and like the Cool Tune deck. Played against like Magnet Warrior, so I mean there were a couple matchups in there where I really had to, you know, like hunker down and think about how I wanted to go through some of these boards because some of them were not easy to crack. But we got there, and it was very cool. I got the mat, and I got the Harmonia, and I got a couple other things that were really neat. If you have any questions about the deck, definitely let me know down below in the comment section. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.